I've been asked to sit here and speak my piece on my match for HOW Glory, and I can sit here and honestly say that I'm disgusted that I even have to compete if it's not going to be for the heavyweight championship of the world. You see, it was a couple years ago, Yukita and I met in the middle of a ring, and I beat him fair and square in the squared circle 1, 2, 3. And not too long after, I faced Yukita in a rematch where we pushed each other to our limits, and once again, I beat him 1, 2, 3. And I bet a lot of you didn't know that, and a lot of you are wondering, why? Yukita, why? And for some time after HOW episode 4, I questioned myself as well. I questioned him, I questioned everything. And I wondered to myself, why? But I wasn't wondering myself why as to why he attacked me. I was questioning, why are you so stupid? So I sat down, locked myself in asylum, thought, processed, imagined the possibilities as to why a man like Yukita would go and poke a wild animal like me and think he could survive. And I sat down and I really thought about it, and I really tried to consider everything. I thought about it from his point of view. I thought about it from my point of view. I played devil's advocate. I played the angel's wish. And believe you me, I was dumbfounded by the fact that someone this stupid could really think he had a chance to face me in the ring when it's already a certified fact that you can't beat me. And then I realized that when he put on my coat and he wore my hat and tried to mimic me on that rampway, that he wasn't calling for a fight. Oh no. It was a cry for help. You see, I want you to sit down and listen closely, because everything that you believe to be true is a lie. And I'm about to inject into your mind something more lethal than poison. It's the truth. You see, Yukita will never mention it, he'll never admit to it, but at the end of the day, he couldn't be the same man facing me. I beat him in the middle of the ring the first time, and his pride got in the way, and he demanded for a rematch because he couldn't believe he could be bested. We stepped in the ring for round 2, and I dropped him on his pencil skinny, broke-ass neck, and forced him to realize that in the blink of an eye, everything can be ripped away. But his pride kept getting in the way. So he formulated some plan to try to get his revenge, because his family wouldn't look at him the same anymore. His friends laughed behind his back as he walked away because he couldn't get it done anymore. He couldn't beat me. I had his number, and he couldn't stand it. So I get the call from HOW that I've been offered a contract, and I make my way here, and I make it known to everyone in the back on day 1 I am not a presence to be messed with, and that I am just that, a presence. Stay out of my way, and everything will be fine. And I proved that as I dominated Von Keenan in the middle of the ring on HAL 4, and he still poked the bear and decided to get involved in my business because it was eating away at him that he couldn't beat me. Which brings me back to my original point. Why Yukita? Why? And the fact of the matter is this. He wasn't challenging me to a rematch. He was asking for an end. He was asking for a get out of jail free card. He was asking for a way out because he knew the inevitable would come, and he knew that he couldn't beat me. even on his best day. And he couldn't let that fact eat away up at him anymore. He couldn't let that statement, that reality, consume him anymore. So he came back to the source of his problems and demanded that the root of the issue end the issue. And for that I'm honored, because I finally get to put away the nuisance that's been at my side for far too long. And believe me, Yukita, when you and I get in this ring, I'm going to smile. I'm going to smile so happily. It'll be ear to ear, because I'll get to hear the sound of your neck crack again. I'll get to hear the tears from your little girlfriend hit a high note again. And at the end of the day, all the roadblocks to my path for the heavyweight championship will be gone. My path will be clear, and I can finally put to rest this childish game. And at the end of the day, the only color you'll see on the colorful star will be blood red. Because Yukita, if you think what I did to you in round 2 was brutal, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and unfortunately for you, you're a puppy. So consider this. As you let your pride eat up at you, I want you to think about how your mother feels, about your career, and possibly your literal suicide.